graduating from colleges and universities will not have an opportunity of getting a job for the next 5 to 10 years. And when you have this vulnerable society, the money that comes with drugs become very easy. It becomes easy money and easy way for people to survive. So they plug themselves into various networks. And those who are sent on this mission, they are not simple people. They have backings. They are backed by powerful people in the country they are coming from. Look, when we started this discussion of this drug issue and I started getting videos about it, even Brussels is being targeted in Europe as a drug hub. I think that's the reason why it was easier for them to link with Brussels, because there's an independent investigator in Brussels right now who is facing serious backlash because of their intention of breaking the cartel even in Belgium. So it's not an easy thing we are fighting with. These people have aircrafts. Now we have found they have aircrafts. They have speedboat. Latest investigation have shown that it tested a few years ago submarines from Africa to Europe. This is a serious business, and we should be serious about this. All these names that we have mentioned, we say they are suspects, but they are not indicted. People are receiving $10,000. We are saying, oh, it's private case. If someone could be brave to walk to you, stand up, please tell me. If I am brave enough to walk to you and give you $10,000, it means I've been doing business with you. As a senior police officer, if I'm brave enough to come to you and give you $10,000 on the spot, something lured me to you. Some information made me to come to you to give you that $10,000. It's not your first time, nor your second time operating in this sphere. And it cannot be that person alone, because people who operate in a bribery situation operate with other people who support them in the process. And that's the reason why we should take this seriously. And that's the reason why those of us, we keep calling for an independent investigation. And some people say, oh no, we're not happy, they were not happy. We will work hard for it to happen, because our government must understand that there's a lot of compromising situation we have. And if the government,
again, let me say this. Yeah,
according to our constitution, we help the government to understand
it. I agree with everybody, right? And this is so important for us to come here every day and discuss the issue of national concern. But imagine, for the sake of God, Russell, we are here every night. Russell, can you help us understand why the government are talking?
I don't know. Stanton is troubling, and you would think that they would be, ahead of the story as opposed to trying to react to the story. I mean, this is something. We're getting reports that sadly, YouTube may have suspended broadcast now for whatever reason. But if you look on other platforms, there are thousands and thousands of Liberians watching this. That goes to show how important this is. I mean, everybody here has clearly articulated how serious this issue is. Rodney has, you have, Dr. George just spoke, Jacob. I mean, everybody, Isaac. I mean, I don't think no one, especially the panelists here, and we're bringing this issue every day. You guys are going out there. Rodney live has been threatening, and I'm sure many other folks. I mean, this is serious issue. This is an existential threat to the Republic. So there's no question about it, Stanton. So you would think that the government would be the forefront of this, saying how important this is, saying how scared people are. Folks know, especially for those of us who live in the West, where they take these things very, very seriously. I mean, they don't joke with it. And because we know the damage that this drug, especially illicit drug, has on society. So why the government is not speaking, why the Minister of Information is not speaking, Liberian Broadcasting System and all of the press folks out there, they should be at the forefront of all of this. It's mind-boggling, Stanton. So I don't that aspect of it. I don't understand.
So Randy, before we go to the guys are in second grade, because we are in sixth grade, yeah, we are in 12th grade. You guys are now junior. Before we go downstairs to them, right? Let me come back to you because you're the CEO man now, right? You're next to me, right? And then all the other people follow. But on a serious note, though, Randy said though, let me ask the question. Why are we speaking but the government quiet? I think you know, but you won't say it. If you don't say it, I will say it. Why the government quiet? I want you to say it. The government promised today that President Bouaga would to return back to Monrovia from the July 26th. But apparently, they found a way in Lofa for the groundbreaking. Now they will be coming back tomorrow, or they're back already, whatever the conditions may be. We are expecting them now to come up this week. Was that the change of plan? Because they really want to finally brief the old man before carry on the indictment. Can you help me? That's what one of our guys in government said, but I don't know whether I should believe that, but help me out, brother.
I don't think the president has been briefed on this issue thoroughly. I think they've been telling him what they want him to hear. I think they've been, hiding the details of what's happening to him. I don't think he's fully abreast of what's going on. And I think some of his closest security advisors have betrayed that.
Brother, so let me announce, I think YouTube now, they're not certified with that set the pull back on. So guys, if you're on YouTube, go back on YouTube. YouTube certified with that set, they pull back on. Right? They don't want us to show the passport. Maybe it's against the community standard. We will not show the passport, but we'll share on what's up. If you get a passport, share on what's up, put it on Facebook, but we'll not show the passport. We're back on YouTube. Go back on YouTube. Thank you. Run this here, please.
Yeah. So I think this is a deliberate attempt by. I don't believe in my heart that President Bouaga is part of any clandestine thing in Liberia. But I think there are a lot of sycophants around him that are hiding things from him and making him, blinding him from what's going on. And from what I gather from people close to the investigation is that the security advisors are deliberately shielding some of the information that we know from the president because they don't want him to know certain things. And that's not how you operate in this kind of investigation. They don't want anything associated with this drug case to be out. You can see, it's clear. As even a 2-year-old child can tell you that if any government was here about this thing, there would have been a press conference today announcing this indictment. Everything has been done in secrecy. All because the names that you're seeing on the indictment today, they may be small, but Liberia is a small country. If anyone watching this program know the people name I will call tonight, and we'll have the pictures in the paper tomorrow, if you see those people's faces, you know they're connected to somebody in the government. They're connected to somebody. That's why I keep telling everyone, even if the government is shielding this thing from you, just connect the dots. For even if they want to kill this case, they want nobody to know about it. Just connect the dots. For your own information, for your own peace of mind, you would know who's behind this whole thing. Just connect the dots. Like Stanton's going to play the video of the people they celebrating somewhere. They're even photographs of them hanging with people in the government, that people close to the power that be. They all know each other. They all know each other. It's a circle. It's a cartel, but the cartel is a different breed of cartel. It's like, and my people, this thing, I don't understand. I don't know whether you guys understand how bad this thing is. I don't think you understand how bad it is to take it this lightly, the way the government is taking it. Yes, they say, oh, we're investigating, but then when you look at the investigation, the names that they put in indictment are people that way below. They even tease you. They say, okay, that put Mark Weir in there, that he did it, but they wouldn't charge him. Or maybe we're making state witness. Maybe our lawyer on the telephone can talk. Maybe you can address it. What makes someone a state witness? That's why I'm here today. I'm making a state witness. But what qualifies a state witness in this situation? And he's still going to work. At least
for the respect of Liberian people, suspend the man from his job until the investigation is over. But he's still going to work. Come on. What kind of country are we? People's kids are dying. The country's name is damaging. And you just putting our faces like that the man should just keep going to work like nothing happened? After your own indictment is saying what it's saying? Come on, Liberian people, man, you stop this nonsense. It's not good for our country.
So the question goes around though. Again, we got more to show you. Be patient. We uploading more. Marquia, the gathering of the good old boys smoking the cigar, will show you that. I don't know, Ronnie, if you want us to show the video of the guy kickboxing, maybe YouTube will go against it. I don't know if YouTube protecting the cocaine guys there. If we can show it.
How all of these things? People reporting, people can launch report against the program. You never understand.
Make a disclaimer. Let's make a disclaimer, and that's it.
So Stanton,
we will. Let me bring in Yeke. Let me bring you in, right?
Let's put something under. They should write something under.
Ready and send it to me, Kev. Let me put it there quickly. Just ready and send it to me, please. Yeke, here we are today. Let's talk about the issue right now at hand. Why Marquia stay on his job? Leave me with any other thing. The people get a man name, right? They get a man name. Not me saying it. They themselves put a man name there. Look at the man name. They put him in position. Let's forget about the guys in that is sent to court. We got the guy in document. They got it in jail. We got a 10-over paper here. You got a 10-over? Sedin Sali. Yeah, they named there. We got all the document. You two don't want us to show the passport. We're not show the passport. Maybe we show the plane ticket to you two will get vet. So we're just sharing the chat room. But where is Marquia? Why this guy still free? Yeke, why you make this guy to be a free man? And we can't understand today that what's going on with him, Yeke?
Stanton, Marquia, you need to, like you're saying, connect the doubt, connect the point to point. Who is Marquia? Marquia and Gregory Coleman went to school together. Who is Marquia? Marquia was recommended by about Jojo. Who is Marquia? Marquia was recommended by Katumu. You see the connection that Gregory Coleman school made? You see the connection? Stay on until the government can get ready to indict the official. They just been the one put it on it. Very soon, we'll soon hear about what they played in Rawasport. We'll soon hear about Rawasport very soon. Stay on. People need to get serious with their drugs business. They drugs business. The one that they never arrest in their country yet, is more than the one they finish arresting. The one they come and give back to the people. So they're finding it difficult. How can they do it? You arrest Marquia right now. Jojo will go. Gregory Coleman will go. Deputy for operation, why they appointed him there? Who did the recommendation? Jojo and Gregory Coleman. They never wanted to give him that job, from what I know. Katumu got to step in before they gave him the job. Stanton, we need to stop joking on the Brumpo. Very soon, I will start creating some awareness here in the country. When you see more pick up, that will create some awareness. The international community need to take seize of this matter. The international community need to take seize of the matter. In the only way they can do it, we will sleep to the American embassy for 2 days, calling on the U.S. government to take seize of the matter, because Mr. Bwaka gave us the assurance that drugs will leave this country. Instead of leaving the country, he importing the drugs, and in fact, he making cocaine in the country. When you try to say, Papa, Randy said, anything you don't know about Joseph Bwaka Monemi. Joseph Bwaka is aware of everything that's going on. He know all
so yeah, okay. Let me bring it because let me bring in Russell quickly because he got to go knock those for his campaign. I beg you, Chief. I said, welcome to you. Look at the 7,000 in the bag. The rest of them. I said, I want to 7,000. Look at the 7,000 in the bag. I said, look at the 7. I said, when I hear you, I don't know what's wrong with your volume. The 7,000 in the bag. Can you imagine? Russell, I know you leave and talk to us quickly. I said, work on your volume.
I'll send it to you.
Okay, we're not hearing you. I said, work on your volume.
So now one that bill in that bag.
We're not hearing you. I said, maybe you want to go out and come back in. Russell, go ahead. I know you got to run.
Yeah, sorry to leave you all, and sorry to leave this very important conversation that we're having. But I know that it's in good hands with Rodney here and Stanton being the captain of this ship, and we have the attorney here can chime in. So I'm sure you guys will be great. So, but I'm stepping away to go and door knock, and I'd just like to invite all of you who are here in Minnesota to come and join me on Saturday. We have 2 more weeks to go to the election. It is critically important. If this past weekend was anything, Dr. George, you were here, you saw the situation. It is critically important that we have representation, that we're at the table, we're making the decisions. A lot of our events were canceled or pushed from different venues to other venues. We had no control over it because we have nobody at the table to ensure that our activities take place and go on. So we will be meeting this Saturday at 11 o'clock in the morning at Northview Middle School. Please come and join me there to be one of the door knockers. We need to go and canvass and knock on every door. We lost the last time by 48 votes. We can get, Dr. George, you saw the crowd. We can get more than 48 persons here in this area. So I'd like to invite you. So if you don't have time this weekend, I mean, we are door knocking and campaigning every day from 6 o'clock in the evening, our time, or you can come in at 4 o'clock just for an hour or two. So come and join us. Come and join the campaign trail. It's fun if you're in Minnesota. Jacob, I see you smiling. I know you would love to be on the campaign trail. You love to.
No, I'm smiling because somebody wrote there said, you go in knock door, nobody open the door now because of ICE. Is that true?
No, that's not true. ICE has long been gone. No. That's long been gone. That we do retail politics here now. I mean, all you guys can appreciate it. We got to go knock on doors and convince them.
For the election business we on now, the drugs finished.
No, because I'm just leaving. So he's just giving the opportunity.
Okay.
To just.
No, Russell, I wish you well, man. I wish you well.
Thank you. Thanks to all you guys, and have a wonderful show. I'll see you tomorrow.
Yes, sir. Russell, thank you very much. We wish you well. Thank you very much, Winfred Russell. Let's get back to this issue. We'll go ahead now, guys. Let's bring you in. As it will go ahead, Phoebe Harris, Jacob Jada Kefico. Let's make progress. We're almost down to the wire. Sorry, guys.
You want me to answer a question?
No, let us go first. Let us go first. Let me announce this though. What I really want to show to you is the personal information of these guys. But I'm getting feedback that even Facebook will take us off. If you know any better way to put it out there, because this is about cocaine, we got to shame these guys. I'm going to run with what Kev sent me. I'm going to let it run under the light here, and we try one more time. These people have community standard rules that we got to abide by. We have the plane ticket. We have all the information that they presented to the court. We want to share with you, but we are limited at this time. So we hope you took pictures when we first put it up, that you can share on your Facebook, on your WhatsApp, all over, share them. Let's shame this drugs cartel. It's wrong for them to come to our country. Then we got to move to another thing here, right? The association is very important. Around this here, we're going to talk about this. The association is so important. Who know who? And why people are not talking or being arrested. The president is back in town now. Or he may be back tonight or tomorrow morning. Tomorrow is Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Do you have any but hope? Do you think the president and the Joint Security will do anything this week? As it do. Take it away, my brother.
Well, so Rodney, Governor Clinton, and Kev Hassan, the reason why I call 3 of you guys names is because you wear glasses. I've never worn a glass before, although I was prescribed one, but I feel like I can see very good, so I don't wear it. So before I ask Rodney, see this, allow me to wear my glasses when they put prescribed for me for the first time, so that I can be able to see you good to ask you. Rodney, so the government said they took 7,000 from the people. Okay, the government said, I've always said something that I'm proud of because I know where I stand there. When it comes to the entire financial side. I'm good. I'm very good there. You know, one of the things I always say, even if you're an auditor, you go somewhere, whenever you see even numbers of money, there's a problem. When someone said the people went to collect tax, they collected 10,000, oh, there's a problem. You can know it's the possibility of having even and not even $10,995 or something. Hey, there is a big problem. So anytime you hear even number in money thing, even something, even 5,000 exact, $10 exact, they even put $95 or $7,195. Big didn't went on there. So the people say they got 7,000 even exact. You know, my people tell me any reason why we don't need to have independent investigators to go after these things. Now they put talk bag of money. They say in the bag of money the people have $1, $1, because $1 will fit in that bag to make 7,000. What kind of people here? The people say that's $7,000 here. So come to think of this for a while. The very people investigating cocaine money are the very people telling you this is $7,000 even. $95 even add in there, $10 even there. Everything 100 bills, 7,000. Boom. That's the end. And you know what is funny? We have not heard anything about money business until today. All of the talking they've been talking, no one mentioned money. When they went to the people's house, they took ELBC there. Why didn't they show the money on camera? The only thing the people show was back. It's not a lot that you said on the show that they found money, but how did they shut up? But today now they found 7,000. Anyways, let's go to the cookie. I think if you don't need to pass through K1 to see all of these things going through. You know these guys exactly know what they are doing. Right now, if we were to ask about the 19 million case, no hey, no tay. No one else is arrested. That 19 million cocaine case now is dead. It's finished. It's finished. Since they said they arrested that man, that was the end. So what kind of a country? They keep indicting people, and only 5% of the people they indict will be in the country. The first cocaine case, they indicted how many persons? Almost, I think 6, or also whatever it is. Only 1 person here. The rest of the people went away. This other case now, they say they indicted 10 people or 12, whatever it is. Only 2 here. The next one, they will indict 20 people. Only 3 will be here. What kind of a charade is this? Like, this government needs to get serious. And that's the reason. And that's the reason some of us from the other side, we don't really care in mind if the little people keep insulting. Just before I go start up, we're right on the show. I want to end on this again. We're right on the show. When we were discussing about the mysterious appearance of a plane, we heard our friends telling us this is a serious government. There's a mature government. No plane will come in the country without having all of the basic clearance they needed to have. Today, the plane now is being linked to cocaine.
Thank you. Guys, if you can identify brothers here, please do a favor and we'll go to Fubi. These are some of the white party. These are some of the guys' name they mentioned. You know Alpha Bar, Edison. They were having a 100,000 white party for his girlfriend. Right? Yeah, 100,000 white party for his girlfriend. It's good for us to just pull these things up, guys. Again, I hope Facebook and YouTube understand this. As you can see, those are the guys, man. Those are the Cash Money brothers, right? I want you
big boys.
My fellow Liberians, I want you to just sit back. Guys, hold on 1 minute now. I want you to just sit back and and just understand where we're coming from. Every day we do not sleep. We're here to discuss the issue. When you talk about Alpha Bar, when you talk about Edison having the biggest white party ever for his girlfriend, when you talk about Johnny Dean Johnny D at the party, the one that they said they gave $10,000 to, and I hear that. You believe that Ellison Brown went to jail, a close friend to Johnny Dean. Then Johnny Dean would just gain $10,000 free. But Johnny Dean is at a 100,000 web party, as you can see. You know,
Yeah, hold on 1 minute, Chief. I want LeBron people to just picture this. Just understand, for the sake of God, just understand. These are allegations on these people, but maybe I'm going to piss somebody off if I ask this question. Do you really think President Barker is in the know of these drugs? Do you really think he knows what's happening? Yes.
Thank you, Yeke. Emmanuel George, do you really think President Barker know they are keeping him updated with investigation? He in tune to the drugs, or you think that they're just giving him the feel-good information that to George quickly?
Well, I think the president is updated. I'm sure that he's informed, especially with his son.
So you think he's updated, right? Chief Fubi, but the same question to you, Chief. Do you really think President Barker is in the know? Because President Barker said on day one, drugs is the #1 enemy. He was going to fight it to the teeth. And here we are, though. Do you really think President Barker? Hey, God, Lord have mercy. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Lord. Thank you. The Holy Spirit said I should keep quiet. The Holy Spirit don't want me to go there. The Holy Spirit want me to keep quiet.
No, but ask us now. Ask us completely.
No,
Ask
I will. But I went to Fubi and I felt some kind of thing coming over me. So I was.
A demon spirit. I don't want spirit. A demon spirit.
Fubi, they better know about the spirit. Fubi, talk to me.
All things belong to God, good or bad. So, Sir Montano, just answering the question.
Yeah, answer the question, Fubi, please, and just do your talking.
Okay, yeah. So, yeah, on the issue of the question you asked, look, the president is being informed about biosecurity details about the drug situation in the country. So that I'm sure he's being informed about. But with the stand that you can take about election that the president is part of it, that one I don't agree. You know, but as for information, it's being informed by the securities about the situation of the drugs, because that's something that they need to give in detail every day. And before I go to the point of to Gamade and Chief Jacob, we all on the show we got a free view. So if you want to address me, you don't be derogatory, because myself and Cable are doing the same thing. So let me just send that message to you. But on the issue, you know, there are several points here. You're talking, I don't talk.
We shouldn't interrupt. I beg you guys. Let's give Fubi the chance to speak, please, guys. Fubi, please.
Yeah, so there are several points here. I know we talk about people, people escaping. Follow listening to Rodney from the beginning. He said that this indictment was leaked to him and is not out yet. So if it's leaked and it's not formally out, then when people hear that, they will run away. That would be obvious. I think on Friday we heard that Mark was speaking. I beg
you, Fubi, let me interrupt you, because this is baloney. That way, that's awesome. Because when it leak, they will run. When it leak, they will run. So what's that we on now? When the government is talking, the people gone. When the government are talking, the people gone. So for me, I think that's a lame excuse. Yeah.
So why it is? What is leak? You get a put more. You get a put hands out to run away. But I think on Friday we said Mark. I heard that Mark was picked up. I don't know whether that information is still confirmed, because on Friday I think we heard that statement on here when we were having the show. But if he's not picked up, then the government needs to find a way around it to solve that problem. Because if you charge him formally, if you put out a rate of arrest for him, then I think you got to go after him. You can't put out a rate of arrest and leave him hanging, because he's not. If he's going to work, it means he's not hitting. So he's knowing the public. So if you have a rate of arrest, then you should actually go after and show that. And so there are a lot of issues. The issue of the government, I think the government playing her part. And I know people calling for independent investigation. Nowhere in the world a country will surrender our investigation to independent body. You can have independent support team to support you in the investigation, which the government requested, and which the American also alluded to that they were helping the government with the investigation. And also the NSA, I think the last time Rodney said also, NSA been on this case for about 13 months before they could finally go to arrest these guys. So it's not something that the government is not following up. Just that the cartel is very powerful. Whether you like it or not, it's the most powerful cartel in the world, the drug cartel. And they are capable of buying anybody, and they will work with anybody in position of influence to get away with something done. And that's how you will see them linking up with top brass in key positions just to ensure that they get their business.
It's very important that you answer this while we run through. Do we have drugs cartel in the country, Phoebe?
No, from what we're seeing, it's evident that the drug cartel in the country, whether one or more, but it's evident that there's drug cartel in the country.
Now you confirming that we do have drugs cartel in the country, right?
Yeah.
Do we have people in government you think supporting the drugs cartel?
It's obvious. You just name Mark Jamel, who went with NSA, you name what is his name.
So it's obvious. We got people in government supporting drugs cartel. My last question.
Hey, they were working people in government to get at people.
My last question to you. If this government failed, if this government failed to do something so important to reveal the people in government and persecute, do you think the government should go?
Should go like how?
Do you think the people should vote the government out?
The first thing the government, the government is willing to name people in government.
If the government failed to deliver, right? Like everything we sing every day, Rotten Sea, Front Page Africa, Spoon Talk, you and I here every day. If the government failed to deliver, do you think the Liberian people should vote the government out?
That's what I'm saying. The issue of fail to deliver and people voting the government out will not only be tied to the drug issue. There are several issues, several reasons why people vote.
I'm talking about the drugs issue. No. Phoebe, we are the drugs issue. Let's stick only with the drugs issue.
The drugs issue.
No, Phoebe, let's take it step by step. Don't give me no other reason. The drugs issue. If the government failed to deliver, should the people punish this government for the drugs issue that they didn't do a good job? Should the people
that's what I said. I got to answer the
way. Moving along, yes. I will beg you back. Move along.
Let's go to Governor Clinton. Thank you.
You know that answer you're looking for, you're not going to get it from
It's very simple, right? Because the brother established that we have drugs cartel in the country, ladies and gentlemen. Phoebe said that true. And we all believe, because when I catch the two other cartel leaders and more to come. The brother established that people in government working for these people, they are on payroll, right? But the brother falls short to say that if the government fail, the message that other issue they put more thing about, they shouldn't think about the drugs issue. That's what Phoebe say. Governor Clinton, let me put this up quickly. Ronnie, you want me to put this up? You push me, you say you'll call Snow, you will announce if I don't put this up. You send this to me. No, because that's what he and Snow usually do, right? Let me put it up. Ronnie, who are you in this picture? You're muted, Ronnie.
From left to right?
If you can recognize anybody in this picture, can you please?
From right to left, I know there's Marquia on the right. There's is that Saye, Christopher Saye. There's Mohamed Ba. I know the guy in the green, but I know Yekasi is in the black, and Jojo is on the far left.
So, again, you were to announce this thing, don't want to put a picture up. What's the importance of this picture? Why you wanted me to put this picture up, Rodney?
It's not about connecting the dots, brother. Let's connect the dots.
Wow. Wow. Okay. Let me go back to. Can you talk to us about this photo also?
Those are the three guys that were indicted, right? That's the guy on the
Is that
left,
Edison Brown?
Edison Brown. The middle guy, I think, is that Alpha? The beard.
But that's not. Okay, so that's the reason why this photo's coming up. And again, I want to say to you, if you look here, this is Mike Ware. He still has a job. He was in the photo. Like Ronnie said, relationship-wise, again, these are allegations on everyone. We are not putting everyone's hands to the fire. We're going to have a one-on-one show on Sunday. We'd like to invite you. That will be the most powerful on this drugs issue. People coming up to tell us what they know. We have information, documentation. I'm not going to call the name. If I call the name, they will beg them not to come. But I want you to just write this down. On Sunday, one-on-one with the CEO will be here listening to some folks that know this individual. This guy still go to work at RIA. The government refused to arrest him. His name is on the paper. Let's make progress, Governor Clinton.
Look, let me first address the fact that, it is, for anybody to think that a president of a nation, a national security, I mean, this is unprecedented in the history of our country. Over $500 million drugs. You have a functional cartel in the country. And the president, the head of the government, the National Security Council, will have absolutely no knowledge, and he's just sitting in one little bubble and people just filling in information. That's impossible. The president is being briefed. My theory is the president has been briefed, and he's been told that, Mr. President, if we don't do X, Y, and Z, this can cripple your government. And so what they're doing is they are taking steps to minimize any damage to the government, and the way to do that is to shield people and let things go. But, I mean, for us to just sit and think that this president just doesn't know, that people are just feeding him what he wants to know, I think that's an impossibility. The other thing I wanted to address was Rodney's question.
Right? So let me hold you back in you. Let's do a little bit of crossfire, right? We'll bring everybody in here. Seriously, I beg you guys, because some picture we just can pull out, they have two details, and we got to be very clear to talk about them tomorrow. But if the president is saying that he's informed, the action of the president say what to you, Clinton?
Well, the action of the president so far speaks to, for me, a government that is complicit in what's happening. Because I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think since this drug crisis the president has had any major address to the country. Am I correct? The president hasn't addressed the country on this drug issue.
There was one address.
Okay, there was.
It wasn't live. It was pre-recorded.
Pre-recorded address. But I would think that this president, given the magnitude of this thing, will go in front of the camera and look the Liberian people in the eyes and speak to them and tell them how he's going to deal with this thing and how seriously he takes this issue. He has not done that. Now you have a government that is deeply engaged in cover up, like everything, like you said, with this investigation is a bunch of hush. I mean, there was money. We've always said this the last few days we said on the show about when there's drugs, there's money. The government went a few days before they can even talk. I think we started talking about money. Where's the money before they brought about money and came up with this at $7,000, exact $7,000 in the big bid. It's a cover. And then even the circle back now to write this issued about they may be saving some of the people for the bigger fish for state witness. It doesn't make sense. When you have to use people as state witness, there has to be no other way you can convict. That's when somebody volunteer or you take somebody and say become state witness, because you can't find any way to find a conviction unless you use that person's testimony. So it's the necessity doctrine, right? Without this person's testimony, we can't convict. I don't think you have that situation here. Also, you can have somebody to be a state witness if the person is the mastermind, is one of the most guilty party. So the person is way up there in the chain, and then they're still witness. That's impossible because you use the testimony of the little person to go after the big fish. So those are the different criteria you will see when you talk about state witnessing. In this case, you're finding very low level people who have been arrested, and then you have these people in the background who are very high levels of the government. And any talk of state witness really doesn't make sense in this case. So I think this is a grand cover up by the government. And I think we heard it. I don't know if Randy or somebody said this a few days ago. I think there was a conversation on whether to release names or not to release names. And people were saying, if you do this, you're supposed to government. I think that's the crux of the entire thing that's happening. There are folks within the United Party, within the government, who are sitting now with the president and said, this is the situation, but if you go this way, you're going to destroy the government. You have to protect the government. And I think this is the cover up.
So let me ask a question, Jacob. And I know you always want to be very plain and straight. Guys will wind this thing down and with Uncle Sam. Jacob, though, the government between a rock and a hard place. If you were advising folks in the government, what would be your advice? I'm asking the question because if the government come and say, hey, okay, you think the government will make a gain if they name those that involved from the government, from within the government? If they push now to say, listen, say what you want to say, tell us the truth, we got to tell the Liberian people and be transparent. Would the Liberian people be on the government side if they even arrest people close to the first family people, ministers and directors, if they are involved? You think the Liberian people will be happy? Or you think the government will do this thing like the border issue or the $10 million project and pray to God I go away quietly?
Yeah. So it's like the last comment you made, like praying away our problem. We can take the Aladura Church rule and pray away our problem, fast 40 day, 40 night. But I don't know how much success can be achieved on that line. But to be honest, as Stanton, I think, you can understand. I mean, as a pundit, for me, I'm a political pundit. We do punditry. We've been doing it for a long time. And we see how government try to move along with these things. There is always going to be a popular narrative within the government to say, look, we can go this far, but not too far because we don't want to crack the government. We don't want to destroy our own government. We don't want to shoot ourselves in the leg by doing that. At the same time, we want to achieve credibility with the Liberian people and destroy a potentially criminal network. Now, I saw a video. I mean, I posted in the group. I saw that online. I see that there is correct me if I'm wrong, there is an improved security coverage around the president now. I don't know how much that is connected to the viral video, but it just shows you that this is having a chilling effect even within the government itself, within the security apparatus, how credible this threat is becoming, Stanton. So I think, if I were advising the president, one thing I'll be very clear. Maybe my advice will be a little bit too radical, but I'll be very clear. I will push for a crackdown, because maybe the cartel is still in its embryonic stage, still an infant, it's still in the baby stage. So you have a great opportunity now to destroy the cartel, to annihilate the cartel, to get it done with once and for all. You don't want to miss that opportunity, because if the cartel get formidable, it get powerful, it grows strong tentacles. They talk at them, coming at me about a narco state. I don't think we are a narco state yet, but we potentially may not be far from that if we don't nip this thing in the bud at this particular point. So I think it's a glorious opportunity by the government to take the action to destroy this cartel that is still in its infancy. Now, if you miss this opportunity, you're probably going to turn to an Ecuador, sooner rather than later, having high murder rates. Ecuador today have one of the highest murder rates in the world because of this drug gang and drug cartel all over. We don't want to go into that because we have our own fair share of the civil war. So I think the president, and then if somebody asks a question, you probably ask, the president is being sufficiently brief? I really don't think so. In terms of the threat level, in terms of the danger exposed to the country, because I think the action of the government has been a little bit weak, lethargic. I don't think I've seen the real forceful nature that I expect from the government in terms of getting down on people, getting going. I don't think I've seen that. It's been too linky-lanky along the way. So I think we need to, those who are advancing the president, and Kofi was there. Kofi was a national security advisor. You know, we know Kofi was a veteran as advocate, student leader. He needs to go find out that you call it that God to stand in front of the president and articulate the threat level that we have to deal with here. And Rodney has talked about that. This is a very, very dangerous situation, and I don't know whether the danger are we talking about.
So the question. So my question to you, very quick. My question to you: who does the president listen to? Who should he be listening to?
I think the national security advisor, to me, he's a very experienced man, a very mature man. I think he has to rise above the parapet, go to the president, and articulate the threat level effectively here. Maybe other actors in the security sector, the police director, all these people, the urgency of the situation, maybe they're not communicating it to that level. So I think that where the national security advisor comes in. He needs to go there. The EPS and the people, mature security people around the president and say, this is the situation, Mr.
Thank you very much. I want to ask our fellow librarian before I bring you in, Kev. But this is a very serious one, right? Who actually telling the president, giving the information to the president on this drugs issue? Who the president listen to? Oswald Twett, Kofi Wolves, Francis Johnson.
I can tell you, Stanton, who he's listening to.
1 minute, Chief. 1 minute. Gregory Coleman or the vice president. They have a technical team and they have the joint security team. I will come to you, Uncle Sam. Beg you 1 minute, Chief. Kev Hassan, let's see you don't go to Uncle Sam. We'll finish our way, Brother CA. This is an important one. The president is back in town. The president didn't speak on July 27 about drugs. The president had all his fanfare 20 celebrating 20, thank God for that. But we come back to the drug story. Who telling the president? What are they telling the president? How? When? The Liberian people? I mean, the least of all, the Ministry of Information is Bobo. They ain't saying anything. They actually don't know anything, right? Is this ever the thing will go away, Kev? The $10 billion problem will go away. The border issue will go away. Now the drugs issue will go away. Is that a thinking? Yeah.
Stanton, when Jacob said he don't think the country is a narco state, they rejoice. Why am I saying they're rejoicing? Because the people who are responsible to arrest or brief the president are the one whose name is being implicated in these drugs. They are the sole owner of the drugs. So if one say it's not a narco state, they rejoice. That's the message you want. That's the message you want. They're happy for that message. They want you to send that message. Stanton, again, if this thing come out, the government will collapse. The government will collapse. This is not the government is not that kind of a government like you know what happened with the Nixon case. He had to resign because of the Watergate, of the corruption, enter into democratic headquarters, all those things, right? People with integrity will say you have to go. No, the whole government messed up. The only thing can force this government, and which it will reach for the government to the government will eventually collapse. They will have to bring in some new people to continue the rest of the term on new security. The only thing you can do is for the people of Liberia to go on the streets and petition the government and force the government. This is not about opposition. This is not about imposition. This is about the Liberian people, because you and Rodney, you'll come out with all the evidence, everything. everything. What to do? The people need to come out. And some of us will call on the people. Let the people come out, and let the people come out in the numbers and force this country, because if the government collapses, eventually the country is going to collapse. And you know why? We don't want the country to collapse. So the people need to come out. The people need to come out.
Thank you.
Force this government to fight this drug and make a arrest.
Thank you. Let me just do something quickly. When you want the people to come out, when?
The people should come out. And the people should come out.
Sir, can we meet you? Can we meet you while you call, Uncle Sam, please? When you want the people to come out?
Let's face it. You come out with all the evidence. You come out with everything.
I just asking. I want to come out to when you want the people to come out.
I think this is the face that we all need to call
when
out.
you want the people to come out now, let me make the announcement when.
The people should come out tomorrow. The people should come out next tomorrow.
But you're having convention. You'll be there. And you're having CDC convention.
Instead of we create our awareness, we don't need to make the announcement. We will go from community to community. We go to community to create the awareness. That's how you foresee us.
But it's not like America having convention. Mama, multiple people are your show face.
No, this is not politics.
This is not politics.
Let me ask you this. Every day you come out here, you're not coming out because of politics.
You tell your own, let me talk about I'm begging you. Thank you, Kev. Yeah, Kefigo, thank you. I left my man and say, the people will come like yesterday. Mama, Manu Jackie, you're 11 standing. I said to you, like, you didn't show face. Oh, you're 11 standing. You in America, you will not go there. President, we are in America attending convention. Who will go up? The people will come where? But let's get back to the issue. Well, first, the government. We talk about people coming here, we talking about CDC that Liberian. So you said
we are talking about in opposition.
All right, we shouldn't spoil the show. You're sorry. You're sorry. Let's move on. Let me go far. You're sorry. I love a minute. They say for my account, but when I screw that, y'all go up. Go up. Yeah, sorry for that, man. I just wanted to. Uncle Sam, can we go get
Look, you mean I don't hold back nothing. I say as it is. I don't give a damn what people think about this, right? The Unity Party believes that if they hold certain people responsible for this drug in the hierarchy of the government, it would mean that the government will not win an election and the government has failed and all of those negative things. That's all. This is what this is about. The Unity Party is the most united party I've ever seen in post-war Liberia. This Unity Party. They circle the wagon. They live and die together because 99% of them can never work at Walmart as a clerk at Walmart. I'm not saying a stock clerk or cashier, but I'm saying at Walmart to get a clerical job at Walmart. None of them, 99% of them, never worked in any major corporation in America, including those who are in the government, and including the person who was yelling at me today, whose name was called in this whole drug business, and he was yelling, and he was breaking the traffic rule. They circle the wagon to come together. They feel if
but who that person that was yelling at you? Who the person that was yelling at you?
I don't want to destroy any young man.
I'm saying you can waste our time on the show. You can waste our time.
You can't speak to do that.
You can waste our time on the show.
No, you can't force me to do that. I can't.
Uncle Sam, every time you come on the show, you can waste our time. If you don't want to call the person, why you brought it up?
Because anytime I talk something that you dislike,
why you brought it up? Why you brought it up if you don't want to call his name?
I will not call his name.
Why you brought it up? Why you brought it up? You scared?
Because
you call like a coward. Why you brought it up if you don't call the person name?
Yeah, I'm a coward.
You get can't hold it, you circle bed and say you want can't fight. Can't fight, and then you can't fight. You scared, you go home crying. The person calls you on the street. You get a platform. Hundreds of thousands of people that's for you.
Call the person name. Brave like me.
You're not brave. I'm saying
brave like
that 1979. That 1979. You're not brave. That 1989. You're not brave. That 1980 cool. You're not brave. That 1979 cool. You're not brave. Who the person that look at you today and calls you? Call the person name.
Okay. Let me.
Oh, your hand trembling. Go ahead. I shouldn't give you pressure. Go ahead.
My head doesn't tremble. Stanton, you are not going to push me to do something unethical, something immoral. I would never do that. Okay.
But the person that calls you and the person name that you won't call, you say you will not. Then why you brought it up?
Because let me tell you something. This person's in his 50s, or maybe going to his 60, right? He still has a lot of life in front of him. I'm 74. If I destroy that person by calling their name and exposing them to international ridicule, it will go bad on my conscience. Whatever he did to me today.
You get conscience. You go on Facebook and cause people. You say you get conscience. That today you get conscience. Uncle Stan, stop that thing, man. You cause people back and forth. You went after Tanji. You
about baby, man. Let's move, man.
No, let the Ome call the person name. The Ome talking about conscience. Your conscience is sealed. Just call the person name. Who calls you? Let know them.
Stanton, give respect to people.
Stanton, you are talking.
Stanton, let me
talk to you. Stanji went after me publicly. She went after me on her podcast. She called my name. This person, if he goes after me publicly, I'll go after him. I go for his neck. I don't go after people if they don't go after me. The people that I go for are people who attack me and I attack you back. I know how to pick fuss. I'm from the ghetto in America. I don't do I just go out there and making simple noise. Okay? You attack me frontally in the public, I go after your neck. And a crazy man runs after me. Right? I'm in the bathroom, you take my trousers, I'll run after you and get my trousers. But let me just finish what I was saying, Stanton. You always trying to obstruct me because you don't want my water to hear what this is all about. You always obstructing me. I think you're working with the Unity Party people to obstruct the Liberian people from getting the real truth in this matter. Because every time I try to show the Liberian people the true face of the Unity Party people, that their number one objective is to shield the higher up in this drug business. Because they feel if the higher ups in the Unity Party who are connected to this drug business, if they come down, they believe the party will come down. So you know what? You were asking a question. Who is President Boyka listening to on this drug matter? He's listening to the political apparatchiks like the Mo Ali, the Stephen Johnson, the Samuel Nambwe, the Reverend Luther Tappe, and these kinds of people, because they look at this thing with a political bent. They don't look at it with the national security implications of a Prince C. Johnson. They look at it that if you bring somebody like Gregory Cuomo, you bring him down, okay, the head of an agency, okay, 90% of the people surrounding Gregory Cuomo, they've been allegedly accused of something with this thing. So in any scene organization with that kind of contamination, the head must go. The head must go in any organization, especially a security level organization where drug is being traded and police or senior officers are using syringes to transport drugs. Automatically the head must go. But the Unity Partisans will never allow that. Go to the pages of the Unity Partisans. They're praising Gregory Cuomo. They call him a child of God. They call him all kinds of names because they feel if Gregory Cuomo is brought down, it will do something injurious to the Unity Party and reduce their chances of winning the election in 2029. And I quit on that.
Send a quick question.
Yeah, I want to bring in Ronnie Slay.
No, but stand on, let me come in now before going in now.
No. You can talk and run away. They're all up for the
No, I went to get stand on. I was starting the show.
You jet talk, brother. Let me bring in Gamma.
No, I didn't.
We'll come back to you, Chief. We'll come back to you.
No, are you to Isaac?
All right, we'll take that you to Rodney C. Rodney C, you got anything to say? Let me get and go look at your soup and come back. Anytime we're doing the show,
So what you say? Everybody can go as soon as I go. You worry, I shouldn't go anywhere.
I thought you said that you.
Rodney, let's close the show. Yeah, I gotta go to Bible study.
Bible what?
I gotta go to Bible study. Man, they made a mistake. The YouTube they don't want us to put what we have.
No, I gotta call. That photograph is not. It's from before 2023.
Which one?
The last one you posted.
I don't know which one. You said I'm posting.
The one with the guys around the table.
Yeah, but I said that the family reunion. So what different that make?
It was before 2023, and it was.
Yeah, it's okay. That family reunion, that's fine. They know each other.
I thought about the picture.
Yeah. That the family reunion. Listen, let me tell you to Ronnie say, right? The people were explaining that the only thing the people want the government to do, let the government be government enough to come up and address this issue everywhere. They must start doing the battle talk. When you put them all, then they call and say, no, they want out there, they want there. That man they want out this one. They young man, no, Ronnie say, you know. Therefore, yesterday to today, how many documents we have received? Who are opening the entertainment center at the new mall up there on the top? Abraham, Ture, his relationship with Abi Sharif. I mean, must we go there? The Alpha Bar. I mean, I just feel, let me say this today to satisfy myself. It's a problem that when President Bouakai took over, a lot of people brought BM, black money boys, around President Bouakai. And those black money hustlers, they gave them diplomatic passport. They make them ambassador at large and say, we will not pay you. You're going to look for investor and we. So therefore, they brought cocaine investor in our country. Maybe some of you don't know that. All these investors then that you see jumping around, they are cocaine investors. Those are BM that came and put their hands up and said, Papi, send us to bring investor for you. So Sylvester Grispe, Sarah Beslo Nyanti, they brought these BM investors in the country and made them ambassadors. So the man have to call the cocaine cartel. They got to buy a first-class ticket. They got to point on a private jet or poor band BM hustling, Cash Money Brothers hustling, and they got to go around to Will and D. Then when they come back, they got to get a cart. And they got to say, how some of the guys don't get diplomatic passport? So I would say to all of you, President Bouakai, he doesn't know some of them, but it's about time that he go back into the government and change things. He got about 3 years left, 2.5 years before election year. The people will remind President Bouakai, Sam Gay, and everybody else around the president should understand it's time for the change. This is not a joke. We got 4 individuals from the national security. We caught the name. The allegation on Patrick Doe, NSA. The allegation of Jamal, NSA. The allegation of this person, 4 of them. We go to the Liberia National Police.
I just heard it say declare Patrick Doe.
Uncle Sam, hold on, please. Uncle Sam, hold on. Let's go down to the Liberia National Police. Liberia National Police. You get 5 of them. Most recently, Johnny Dean. Let's go to LDEA, my people. How many we get at LDEA? Let's go to the port. But you know one thing we have not spoken about? Custom. I don't know what Ronnie didn't bring that up yet. Samoa. Samoa. The custom of RIA, their involvement. We'll talk about it tomorrow. You know what happened today in the chat room? They fighting each other because Somebody in the chat room said they were complacent. We'll bring this report out tomorrow. Custom. They went as far as Double Jala to open an investigation. You're going to ask Double Jala. Do you know that the CC camera at the office in custom at RIA intentionally they broke the CC camera? Up to last week, they cannot fix it. They cannot get a new one. When you bring BM together and tell them, say, we unleash you with diplomatic passport, go and serve your nation and bring investors. Nothing these people know but to BM. That's the result. That's what you have. Who protected Macria? That will end all this running and you come in. Who protected Macria? Which one of the senators protected Macria? To be fair, let's ask you guys. You think it's only Webro Brown talking about his son? You know how many senators today fighting for their interests? And back in Prince Johnson said, don't arrest this person, they will cooperate. You know how many lawmakers today saying, I know this person, don't go after them. You know how many people in the executive mansion backing and say, do not go after this individual because we know them. How can the government survive? I like the government. We beat on George Manawia and we remove him because we thought we were coming to rescue. But how can this government survive? I close. The Guineans say at the border, how can this government survive? The $10 million project in 4 years, how can this government survive? Making people homeless and say, go on and creating new land, taking people from the land. Look what most recently happened in Battery Factory. Those people are angry. How can the government survive? The joblessness in the country. How can the government survive? The Unity Party people got to understand. The first $19 million drugs, the second $500 million cocaine, and the story is just adding up. How can this government survive? May God bless our country. May God help President Barker. It's something about President Barker we saw, and we knew that he was coming for the change to rescue the country. But the presidency, as of today, has been corrupted. The people in the executive mansion have corrupted the presidency. They have corrupt. I asked the question, me, Stanton, I don't think President Barker is getting the right information. I think people are changing President Barker because of their own personal interests. So may God help us. We'll continue to pray for the president. We'll continue to pray for his children. We'll continue to pray for the first lady. May God help us. What more can we say? Somebody says, Stanton, do you believe Jojo is part of it? I don't think Jojo is part of it. But Jojo needs to distance himself. He needs to put a statement out. He needs to distance himself from these allegations. Can somebody ask Jojo, you know Marquia? Yes. Jojo, you know Ibrahim Toure? Yes. Jojo, you know Abi Sherry? Yes. Jojo, you know Johnny Dean? Yes. Jojo, who you don't know? I'm not part of it. We want to believe you. He got to distance himself. We cannot be talking about these people that they're lying maybe on Jojo. They misidentity on Jojo, but then Jojo still associating himself with them. Show me your friend. I will tell you who you are. So today we say to Jojo, you are our target. Convince the Liberian people that you're not part of it. Put out a statement. Tell the Liberian people that you have distanced yourself from Habib Sharif. The man spoke to the cartel. He spoke to the cartel Habib Sharif. He spoke to the cartel, negotiating money to let the thing slide. Whether he worked at NSA or not, he's on record. We play the video and we play again. All of it. Through Abraham Traore, who is in Miami. How can you allow those people to be at your home when these people's name is connected to drugs? You have a good evening, and we can close the show, guys. Ronnie, you want to say anything? We're done for today.
Let me just give me 30 seconds. I want to say something to you, please. I beg you. 30 seconds, I beg you. Look, when a government comes in power, right, and that government doesn't have well-connected, well-educated people with a connection to bring in legitimate companies, and that government surrounds itself, well, like you said, with the BMs, right, and those kind of shady characters and the dodgy characters. This is what happens. This is what happens. If you look at the whole government, all the BM around them, and they all be riding private jets, they be putting it on Facebook, they be wearing Gucci shoes and buff. They didn't go to no school. They never work in any place in their lives. They don't have no international contact. They have nothing. And then, unfortunately, somebody like Jojo gets caught up in that because those are the only type of character that this government is attracting. They don't have like a Madame Salif cabinet with the Anthony Saye, with the Richard Tolbert, with the Eugene Shannon, those kind of people that went to good schools, got good education, and work in international places. This is what's suffering this government. And I thought this government was going to do that. But they left all those people who would have done that, like a John Molu, an Amra Kone, those kinds of people like a Chris Neal. Those kind of people, high-value people that went to good schools, have good education, and have good international contacts. But you bring in people, I don't want to call their names, because some of them, I know them well, they will give our respect, and instead they will say, oh, I'm a chick. But I don't want to destroy young people. I don't like to do that. That's all I have to say.
Yeah, while we close the show, I want to say thanks to Nelson. I think you can take us off the radio. We will be on the social media outlets and using Radio
I'm
Land.
leaving, guys. You have a good night, okay?
Thank you, Nelson. Have a good night, Nelson. Thanks a lot. Rodney and I say you want to go first before Rodney?
Yeah, sure. I wanted to go first. And just for quick information, the reason why I always call on Rodney is on the show because he's one of the most credible journalists, investigative journalists that we have over there. Always when you say connect the dots, in terms of certain happenings, you always want to put your eyes on certain other things happening so that you can connect those dots. If you want on a quick or side information, at 9th Street LBDR, there's a new building called DB something. It will be opening soon. Under that building, there will be a bank established. Let's try to find out who are the owners of the bank. There will be a new bank there. The thing is that what I'm saying, you always want to connect the dots.
Give us a location. You say where is that?
Opposite the adjacent and opposite National Elections Commission, the 9th Street, there is a new building, a DB something building. It will be opening at the basement of it. There will be a bank established, a new bank. Let's try to find out what is it. I'm not saying it's anything, but you want to always connect the dot in terms of certain things happening and then these kind of things, establishing the bank, a lot of things involved into it and stuff. But again, that's the way it is. But I wanted to say this. People, it is my view that sometimes we come on the show and demean the president, insults the president. In my view, times and over and again, we keep hearing people say, oh, President Baka is not aware. President Baka doesn't know. What does President Baka know? What does President Baka know? Didn't President Baka come to the presidency with more than 40 years of being in government? How do you spend more than 40 years in government and still don't understand the operations of government? We always want to separate President Baka from all of the bad things of Liberia. President Boyka is the head of the government. What does he know? Nothing. Of course, we know President Boyka knows the source of funding of the FOIA project. We always say that. President Boyka came and said he didn't know how the project went there, who put it there, he got no clue, although he was at the groundbreaking. What does President Boyka know? How did President Boyka come to the presidency? Well, you are a journalist. You did a lot of articles on during the campaign. I am very sure you must have mentioned somewhere President Boyka is coming to the campaign with more than 40 years of experience. Where is that experience? Where is that experience? One of the top jobs of the presidency is to take decision, to make decision, is to look at things and come up with a decision. So if all of these people giving President Boyka wrong information, what else can President Boyka do? Who fires people? If indeed the information provided to President Boyka is not adding up, wouldn't President Boyka take a decision then, people? Every day President Boyka is not in the know. President Boyka is being lied to. What does he know now? FOIA. We keep asking for the source of funding of the FOIA 10 million project. And that bank is going to be opening soon. We're opposite Now Street. When we ask how the bank come together, we know how much you need to have in reserve. We know how much money you need to have as a bank. If we come to ask all of these questions, then people will say President Boyka doesn't know. Are we having a president who is just sleeping and doesn't know what is going on in the country? Then at what time is it necessary for legislature to carry on impeachment proceeding? If we have a president that is not informed of the government.
I said, you don't tell me all day we gotta go, my man. Don't end investigation on us. Yeah, don't end investigation on us. No, I'll tell you not to do your propaganda. Well, 2023.
I am.
Ronnie, Ronnie, thank you for coming. I said thank you. Thanks to all of you. Let's close the show. It's always good having you guys on. Yeah, Ronnie, go last, or you can go, Yeke. I know your internet will soon go off, Yeke, so you go ahead.
It's not going on. I went in the back somewhere to make some calls. So, Stanton, you see, my sources from the Liberal National Police are telling me that when that money went there, Gregory then took something because same guy were in the office when they brought out 20,000 US and they gave 10,000 to the councillors and gave Gregory in the presence of same guy. They took the money, took their share, and gave Johnny Dean his own. All my sources are telling me that money that was in the bag when that place was raided, they took some of the money off and just brought few to show to the Liberian people. Stanton, we need to stop joking with the Liberian people. Everything that happened with the drugs business, Joseph Boyka is aware. Joseph Boyka is the most senior cartel. Joseph Boyka is the most senior drugs cartel in Liberia here. What kind of person will be saying that you want a presidency, they give you presidency, they say, Boyka not aware. Nobody not breathe Boyka. Stanton, now your 2029 campaign you bring in, it will not work on the show. Let me tell you something today. Tell Joseph Boyka he can carry 50 machines to Lofa County. He carried 200 machines to Grand Gire. His time of being president has expired. 2029. 2029, he will be defeated aggressively. Now he will be defeated. You bring drugs on the Liberian people? They're selling drugs in the real market. Joseph Boyka.
Who gonna defeat Joseph Boyka? Who?
Me.
Oh, okay.
You asked the question and answer already. So let me learn. Joseph Boyka, they brought you to power. Who went around telling the Liberian people, George, we have brought drugs in the country. We will make sure the drugs will leave the country. You sell drugs in the market like Pepe and Bella Ball. You know about everything that's going on. In that picture, you show Stanton one thing Randy now wanted to say. Jojo is in that picture, way in the left. In the left, Jojo is sitting there in white t-shirt. Pull that picture up. Look at Jojo sitting down there in the place.
Randy took the picture down. Randy took the picture down. He took it down.
Randy, you took the picture down. Don't mind 2029 campaign, man. Like campaign on 2029, but we'll defeat him. Let me tell you, LeBron something. Everything that happened in Jojo is aware. Jojo is the one that taking a fellow on the share and giving it to him. They brought the drugs business in the country. They selling drugs down what else in the market and one post selling clothes in the wheelbarrow. You see that? Joseph Boakai aware. What is Joseph Boakai aware? When Joseph Boakai can cook your own friend person at Dumbuya, who he can cook? He told the man 25 people with the understanding that the man will take the land. He coming to talk to the people. Why for the Lofa situation now? Who going to Lofa? I want to make my own contribution stand on. Show me the point I'm going to Lofa. I want to make my own contribution. I want to make a $50 contribution. Who going to Lofa? That person will never enter that border because that Lofa land business finish. Joseph Boakai finished giving the land to Guinea. And he know about it. Stanton, wait for tomorrow. Joseph Boakai is the most senior drugs cartel in the country. He the one bought the drugs in the country. Who made plane to land with all permit? Before a plane land in the country, you need permit to land. How did the plane land no permit? What the investigator report that Gregory, Simeon friend, Simeon friend and Olu did when the plane landed in Maryland. Where's the report? You think we know what's going on? So drugs business in the play from Joseph Boakai down there. So drugs dealer. Joseph Boakai, you the senior drugs cartel. Thank you.
Brother, you want to go? Thank you, Yaka.
I don't think people understand how serious this drug thing is. One of the time that remember the time when they had the airport in the darkness before SM Brussels landed. It happened, I think, 1 or 2 times. One of those times it happened, it was deliberate. And Edison Brown is one of the key custom brokers in Liberia. He can clear anything from that airport. Nobody will stop him. I don't even know that. We'll go to that document on the custom tomorrow or some other time. But it tells you how vulnerable the country is to drugs and how easy it is to bring drugs into the country. And the last time I said we need to clean that entire airport staffing. That's the only way this thing we can attempt to even fix this problem. As long as those people, the same people at the airport working there, a few months from now, you see another drug case at the airport again. Because the cartel network is entrenched in the entire government. And as we've seen, there's no effort to remove or weed those people out. The fact that Mark Weah is still working at the airport today, after all we've been talking, tells you that the government is not serious about this case. It's just a matter of time before that whole airport, one day we'll get one money, we'll say we have $10 billion worth of drugs at the airport. And I don't want to say it, but we're fearing that we may be a narco state or not, but I think we're already there. Not because we want to, but because the government is not doing enough to stop it. Until they start weeding those people from those airports, changing our entire operation, from the security, the managers, just change everybody, that thing will not stop. It will keep happening because people who are supposed to know better are encouraging people to continue doing what they were doing at that airport. And when that, I know the LRA is against that port bill, but if President Boakai signed that port bill, just put your hand up and forget about Liberia. Because the cartel will be all over the country. There's no means of them putting security in place to monitor, to track anything outside Monrovia. But you want to decentralize the ports in different counties where you now have control. And if you don't have control, you begin to see how easy it is to bring drugs into Liberia. The senators who are pushing that bill, they don't love Liberia. They don't care about that country. They don't care about the people that are giving them the money to push that bill in the Senate and the House. So this country is all we have, and we need to fight to save it. Else everyone in that country will die one day. Good night.
Rodney, I think we should talk more about the bill, the port bill, the decentralization, because the president, I heard that he will be signing it this week. So maybe tomorrow I want to know your own objection to this.
Don't waste your time. They will sign it. Don't waste your time.
Yeah, that's what I heard. The president want to sign
They
it.
will sign it. Don't waste your time.
Okay.
The cartel is already in there. Don't worry. They will sign it.
Okay. Thank you, Kev. Let's hear you.
Let me say this, Rodney. Thank you for finally reaching to the point that this is a narco state. We're having a narco state. In order for us to treat this disease, we have to accept it. We have to accept that we do have this disease. When we play around it, then we will not treat this disease. Well, the notion that President Boakai don't know anything or they're not briefing President Boakai, like Isaac said, he's a man with experience as they claim. Although for me, I knew that all his experience were marked by something different. He was fired by Samuel Kayando for corruption. So we all know that he was fired. But you see, Manigo people say you cannot buy cow for the voice. What the Liberian people bought, they bought something that all they heard something different. Oh, the papi get experience the papi. And if you listen to his campaign promises, then you will know why BM business is in the country, because all his campaign promises were based on BM style. All the country will get TV station. No children will sell on the street. We will not see no dusty road. No car will hitch. Everything was a BM campaign. Everything was a BM campaign. So one thing I will give to the Pape, he showed himself, but people refuse to understand that he showed himself, because he said a lot of impossible things. And that impossible things that he saw, people just bought it. People bought it. So where we are today, I will not believe that the Pape don't know about these drugs or don't have full briefing that we're in a bad state. So it was intentional for him not to mention it on the 26th. It was intentional. What they were doing, Basso, you saw table with liquor. They were just dancing, drinking, just doing things in Basso. Their minds are not with the Liberian people. They don't care. They beef the Pape security. Jojo will be having a security. They will continue their life. If anybody think that something coming out of this drugs thing, then you really don't know. The only thing we have to do is to push. And how we'll push and let the people speak. Because Rodney and Stanton, you guys every day, you're bringing out the evidence. Nothing again. What we need, they're using the big guys as state witness. The big guys, the cartel, the guys who sitting on the table, who receiving the millions, they are state witness. Reason number one, if they try them, they will call another bigger guys, and the government will collapse. They're not going to do it. They rather Liberia become a narco state. They rather drugs in Liberia than for their government to collapse because they're doing it for 2029. They rather Liberia get a bad name. They don't get a care. They don't give a F. Sorry.
Thank you, Kev. Let's go ahead. You want to go ahead, Dr. Richardson? I know you were up. Can you do your closing, Dr. Richardson?
Yeah, it's good to be back to finish up the show, but I wanted to speak to Liberians. There's a saying that if the house don't sell you, the street wouldn't buy you. And it applies to us right now. It took Liberians, Edison Brown, Muhammad Alpha Ba, Jamal Jala, and somebody named Michael, and then somebody named Tom, to sell us to the Colombian and, wherever the other person's from. They started off bringing something small under the pretense that they were going into transportation. And then the next thing, look, they went to Royceville. I'm sure you guys talk about it, okay? Said they wanted to get farming. They were going to the farming business. Next thing, look, they started bringing in cocaine into our country to serve as so Liberia can serve as a transit point. And here it is today. They were bringing the cocaine, as I read, briefly through the indictment, in a Kino, and then maneuvered away. So Liberians were involved in this. Our own Liberians, people who perhaps grew up on the same soil that we grew up, live in the same country. They weren't patriotic enough to say no. It was for the greed of money that they took our country and sold it to the Colombian. So to you Liberians, I'm speaking to you. If you see something, as we're saying here, do something about it. Love your country. Don't sell your country to these people. Because what they will come and make money out of you, make fools out of you, and leave. That's their job. That's what they do. But we want a better Liberia. That's why we come here every day, for us to have a better Liberia. And to our government, I'm very surprised. Very, very surprised. Many people had hope for the rescue team to come, how they can say pluck, 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 or whatever you can call it, Stanton, whatever you can call it, to rescue, people. But it is surprising me that we don't even have a plan how we're going to address this drug issue, this cocaine issue. We already have Kush. I'm not talking about just Kush in the country. We don't even have a plan to do that. Now we have added cocaine. I have not heard. What I'm hearing is, the court system is working. The court system will do this. This will happen. But when you have such magnitude of drugs in our country, or using our country as a transit point, you really have to sit down with your staff, your cabinet members, everybody, and say, this is what we're going to do from day one. This is our goal. At the end of the month, review that plan. End of 3 months, review the plan again. 6 months, review the plan. The year, talk to Liberians. At the end of this year, this is what we're going to have to address the drug issue. We don't know anything. We don't know anything. So I hold you responsible. You who are in leadership, you who took the oath to protect the Liberian citizen, I hold you responsible. Having said that, Stanton, Liberians, we are responsible because we said it ourselves, and our government is also responsible. I will end by saying that. Thank you.
Real quick though, I know the others got to close. We heard Musa is on his way, and I should be seeing him on Friday, by the way. But also Musa saying that he would take to the street. He is a supporter to protest concerning these drugs. He will at Stephen Talbot Estate. He made that announcement. So we will hear from Musa whether he's serious or whether this is just in passing. Because he said he have the forces and they would take the street to protest. He have the people, and I just want to bring it up in passing.
Well,
but thank you. Go ahead.
I was just going to say he will be here. I spoke to Musa today, the political leader of Citizens Movement for Change. He will be here this weekend, and we'll formulate the plan for whether he would come to the street. But as you saw, you know, a lot of the young people, this is what I admire about this party, is he's bringing a lot of young people that need leadership, that need mentoring, that came in to celebrate, you know, the definition of CMC. So yes, he's coming this weekend, and I'll keep you posted.
You keep me posted.
Yeah, I'll keep you posted. I'm not gonna be like you who just, you know, to everything, but I'll keep you posted.
Keep me posted on what, man? You
I'll keep
come
you
and show
posted
you
on what
talk
with
Musa. You talk about Musa coming. You talk about Musa saying you put people on the street. I said it. You say you keep me posted.
No, when you talk about your relationship with Musa, I talk about the CMC as an institution. You know about the CMC institution?
Thank you, Dr. Rachel. I'm not, you know, talking about Musa. To me, he's AI. He need to do better. I think it's just free talk. He will not put anybody on the street.
Then why you announcing? Then why you announcing? Then why? So what you making?
Go ahead,
Governor Clinton.
Go ahead. I don't let Senator because you
Musa and I will be in Rhode Island.
That's fine.
Edwin Snow, Musa, Edwin Snow.
The institution is different. The institution called CMC is different from Musa Ability. Who is your friend?
Which is not my friend.
Okay.
Musa, Edwin Snow. Come on, Dr. George, don't go. We come to your baking. Let me get our announcement quick. Musa, Edwin Snow, Stanton, Nathan Bia, and you know, Ronnie was invited. He said he's not coming. He's afraid of the cartel. They're looking for him. So Ronnie says you're afraid of the cartel. They're looking for him. He's not coming. Let's bring in Emmanuel Josh. Emmanuel Josh, do your closing. We'll go to Governor Clinton.
Oh, thank you. I will start by thanking every Liberian who came out last weekend to celebrate the independence of our country, especially the folks out here in central Pennsylvania having the honor of hoisting our flag in the city of York, and the wonderful organization. The same thing go up to Dallas-Fort Worth, where I served so many years in the Liberian Association. Had a marvelous turnout in Plano. So it's wonderful what Liberians did this weekend. The unity and the love for the country. You see, Stanton, you know, the Liberian national anthem states in Union Strong Success is sure. We cannot fail. Our flag has it's red, white, and blue. The red depicts courage and the white freedom. These are values we must hold seriously. They are significant value to every Liberian. Courage, freedom, strength, and unity. Our country has been attacked by drugs barons, using us as the staging ground. But there are some of us who are involved, and most of them, it appears, that facilitating happens to be in our security sector. And that's why it's concerning. The very people who took the oath to defend us are the ones who are taking an oath to destroy us. We cannot allow this to happen. A couple of months ago, there was a picture that surfaced on Facebook with the president's son or nephew on a yacht. A very expensive lady around that person. On Sunday during the interview, we found out of Abdul Sharif, who appears to have linked the president's sons because perhaps he loved a flashy life to a group that took him to a foreign country and Abdul could not make that trip. Being introduced or being used, perhaps, as most brilliant BM people would do, use the opportunity of proximity in order to further their own evil or habit or evil goals. The link and the proximity is extremely concerning. And that's the reason, as Liberians, we are determined to ask this president and our leaders to put together an independent panel to support this investigation. It has been done in the past. President Eden Johnson said he did it twice. And President Sirleaf was President Boubacar was a prime lieutenant at that time, so he have an idea how this can work, and I think that's what this president should do. And I believe Liberians, if the president and the government cannot make the decision, we should support them in making the decision. We should think about ways that will go and support this government and help them to make the decision for us to fight the fight we have. I wish every one of you a wonderful evening and look forward to this conversation tomorrow. Good night.
Thank you, Dr. Josh. Governor?
Thank you for another night discussing Liberia. Look, we spoke a lot about this drug issue tonight, but I want to end with the actions of the government. You know, I'm a student of political science, and when you study political science in this country, you do a lot of studies on government, on the American government, how it operates. And I've had the opportunity to read about the Watergate, and saw how that government went into crisis mode. 9/11, you know, the operations of the government. What we saw in Buchanan, I don't know if you've seen the pictures and video from Buchanan. This is not a government that is in crisis mode. This is not a government that is responding. Look, I mean, you can't emphasize the importance of this thing enough. This thing has the propensity to destroy a country. And that's the government we are depending on. Did you see those people this weekend in Buchanan? Merrymaking and all they did with all the liquor and everything. These government officials, this is a government on the verge of a country on the verge of collapse, and a government. You should see these people in crisis mode. Look, planning and speaking to the country on how to deal with this issue. A president really serious about the issue. They didn't even mention it in his address. This government does not care about this issue, and that's the bottom line. Everything they are doing is just reaffirms the suspicion that people have very high level of this government are involved with this thing, and they are covering up. Because those people we saw in Buchanan, they're not serious about this country or anything that's happening. There's no way that you have, for the first time in the country, the discovery of a cartel and $500 million worth of drugs, and you have officials of government and the president and everybody in Buchanan. Forget the official ceremony, but even senators, these people who should be querying these people all on the liquor table, and they're merrymaking. This doesn't speak much of our government. I will end here. We'll continue this conversation tomorrow.
Stanton.
Yeah, Umi, go ahead.
Yeah. So I think Rodney said you will live long. God bless you. For Sidisha to be telling you that you are credible this time, it's a good thing. For the past years, they were dealing with you that you're not credible. I mean, now you are a credible journalist. So thumbs up to you and keep doing a good job for the sake of Liberia. Those that hate you will confess at the appropriate time that you are doing a good job. But on a serious note, on an issue, not because of bad dreams, the people do not sleep. Because we're having cooking issues, the government should not have celebration of the 26th. No. People will marry, people will go out to have fun. The security is in charge of that. You have people being arrested. And, you just heard when the Rodney saying that Edison Brown was one of the most powerful guys. He clears anything at the airport. But today he's behind bars. That shows progress. You will not get the government naming everybody now, but those that they got at least credible lead on, at least they're able to muster the courage to indict them or charge them and bring them forth. That's progress to me. And others that are alive or others that they have not gotten all the right information to indict them, they must still pursue them. And if they got adequate information, they will link them and they will bring them down. That's a commitment that the president made to the nation, and I still think that the president is serious about the fight against drug, you will not have it. We will not have it the way we want it. There'll be people that will have speculations on, we don't have, or allegations about, and that is not, the security will not just go about arresting everybody because they have been named. That's something that you will all, I don't know, because you need sufficient evidence, you need beyond reasonable doubt to take a criminal matter to court. So if you don't have evidence beyond reasonable doubt based on the investigation, people might be allowed to be hanging around free for some time. But if the government can have credible information for them, the government will pin them. So we should just keep doing what we do.
This is not to interrupt you, Fubi. Why would the government put the name on the charge sheet, right? The same group document that sent the 2 foreigners to jail, and you telling us that they're still waiting for sufficient evidence.
Well, first thing he's saying reasonable doubt, reasonable evidence. Then he's saying something.
Edison is in jail. Edison was arrested.
I'm talking about the others. Marquia. Why Marquia still running? Let's stick with Marquia here.
Friday on the show, I think Rodney confirmed that Mark was arrested. I don't know whether he will still confirm that. If he's not arrested, then
yeah, when they went for Marquia, they didn't take him in. They didn't take him in on that day. So we're saying to you, Fubi, while these people name on the document, right? And then the government playing it back and forth as to who will arrest who they're going to arrest, when they will arrest this person. I mean, it's just concerning, Fubi. I'm not yet blaming you, but we that can defend this government and say this thing over and over, it put us in a, listen, I will say this today, it put us in a tough spot. As much as we come here every day to hold the government feet to the fire, the government is messing up. When the minds of the Liberian people are turned against the government and said that, listen, we're not agreeing, we ain't satisfied, the government playing game. How can we convince them to say the government is not playing game when it is vividly clear? It's saying that the government playing game. You my second talk, you know what I'm saying. Go all around in Liberia right now. Hundreds of thousands of people watch this show. Unlike those that are listening on the radio land. Every day, Fubi, those are people that the minds are changing. How can we convince them to say this government that we are talking about is trying? When every day we present document and the government says, your wait. How long the people going to wait for? When will that big announcement come forth? The Justice Minister can announce. The EPS Director can announce. Gregory Kumana, he's tired. He can't talk no more now because, man, Johnny Walker Dean is in trouble. So when are we going to, sorry, the man, I need Johnny Walker. I need Johnny Walker. I'm sorry. Jacob, just take it away. Because look, I'm getting tired. I mean, Johnny Walker Dean, I don't know. That Ronnie, start sending me this name like this.
Boladin.
Oh, Boladin, not Walker Dean. Okay, I thought the man was Johnny Walker. But to be frank to all my fellow Liberians, though, and Jacob, you agree with me here. You know, we in 2026, going to 2020. When will we turn this thing around? That the people will begin to believe in this government. Listen, maybe we'll just sit back, opposition win this thing, and we just pray for the next 6 years. Or when will we say, yes, the government is fighting for the people? Yeah, you can have your 26th celebration, we happy. Yeah. But the people are back on course now. Drugs is destroying the country. So at what time? Let's do the comparison. The morning somebody had me, I think on OKFM. I will invite Julia J. I let the man show, the man have my voice there again. 24/7, the message is all around. The people are tired of that weight. I mean, and they will cost me and they will insult Ronnie and say, it's okay. But let's go back to the talking point. Jacob, you will agree with me. When will this government come us swinging? The government back is against the wall. The government defending and costing everybody. But yet instead, the people will decide. The people are not happy. The people are mad. in Liberia, outside Liberia. So Jacob, where we at now? Do your closing. When will we change this thing? When will we turn this thing around?
Stenda, I wish I had the magic formula. Probably that's $1 billion question, and then I'll be a wealthy man now automatically with that answer. But I think it is a complicated question, as well as the answer to that is complicated also, because clearly on this particular situation, on the drug issue, I think the government, the administration can do better. For me, on this drug situation, I find it extremely difficult to accept the fact that my country can be overtaken by another potentially explosive, dangerous situation again after the bloodbath of the Civil War. I mean, I was a young man born right before the Civil War and then went through it all. And the PTSD, we still suffer from those terrible, terrible periods. You know, I can't stand the fact that my country is potentially on the brink of slipping into another dangerous, explosive situation like a cocaine situation. I can't stand it. That's why I'm still in denial. I'm still in the situation where I still think my government needs to do more. The administration needs to do more. They have to use the word. They have to come up swinging. The president has to do more. He needs to rise to the urgency of the moment and try to take the steps that are required to protect our community, to protect this country from, again, I will emphasize the potentially dangerous situation like the drug cartel. We're not talking about poultry sum here. We're not talking about chicken change here. We're talking about $500 million, and we even know that this amount could even go north of $1 billion or even more. So it is a real palpable threat that needs to be dealt with. And I think the government needs to step up more. Now, we still have to come back to the nagging question you asked Stanton about who is the president listening to? And Isaac made a great point about the president will be in charge. You see, the president will have to be able to ask the real critical question and be able to grill his security people to try to get to the heart of the matter, to say, I'm not going to just go down, easily on this matter. I want to get to the bottom of it, and he needs to ask the hard question so that he goes all the way to the heart of the issue, know the real issue, and try to tackle the issue with the force that it deserves on this issue. So it is very critical. Now, normally, Liberian governments always struggle. You ask a question about election coming 2029. When the $100 million situation came up, the CDC and the government, while the prevalence of drugs all around, the Liberian people didn't spare the CDC government of that. I mean, the CDC paid for it dearly at the post, to be honest. The 100 million Liberians were never satisfied with the government dealt with the matter, whether rightfully or wrongly, and the whole drug situation across the country. People, and I went on the campaign, we were out in the communities, and parents were not going to listen to any excuses around the CDC about the approach. They thought that the approach was lackluster, the approach was not drastic enough, and the CDC didn't, I would say, metaphorically, Mr. Weah was twerking before the Liberian people and wasn't taking the right action to deal with it. Now, on this one, if the government doesn't take the steps, so far, the government action has been very slow and not forceful enough. They will pay dearly at the post for in 2029, I can tell you that, because we're talking about drugging a magnitude of over $500 million. It's not small matter. Someone who live in the country will go around the community, and we're talking about these things. They're not happy about the action of the government so far in tackling this issue. So the government still have an opportunity to really come out on this swinking, like you said, to try to deal with this issue. Otherwise, it's going to deal with them a terrible public relation blow, and then even the credibility of the government will get eroded as we get to 2029. So they have to deal with this situation satisfactory to the public. So far, I don't think they've been able to meet that level yet, as far as the Liberian people are concerned. That's my view of the situation.
Thank you very much. Clint, Runners here, you got anything to add? I know we got a lot coming up tomorrow. I beg you hold on to this name. I'm seeing it myself, what you just said me. And let's talk in the back. Sometimes we get jammed with this new development, but again, I want to say to you, listen, maybe you don't know the burden we carry around this year when we come on the show to discuss issue, because we fought for President Bouaka. We put our mind, our soul, everything in it, because we believed then that the president was going to rescue Liberia. The question remains: is he rescuing Liberia? Has he rescued Liberia? But here we are, to all everyone listen to us. We come on the show, people may say Stanton, but is your old man in charge? Is your old man in charge of the government? Is your old man in charge of the country? Are there people out there making the decision for him? I want you to join us tomorrow. We got new development on some things that are happening. I don't know. Let me just leave it here and run and take it away. Just be up aware. I say, yeah, you want to send a shout out to your begin? Yeah.
Yeah,
Say
man. Let me.
Ronnie will go ahead.
Yeah, let me. Do you have the picture downloaded to put it up? Maybe if you can.
Picture?
Yes. So Ronnie can go ahead.
I'm sorry, but I just said a shout out. Call the man name back.
No, I wanted the main picture to be shown. Why you hit the main picture for? Yeah, start on. You know about my little brother, man, Joseph Holiday Do.
Just wait. I didn't know you wanted me to put it up.
Yeah, I wanted to put a picture on if you can.
It's not. You see, my phone is not loading. I don't know why. It just went dead.
How come your phone been loading the whole thing to the guy? Yeah. Since Jesus Christ made it app, the phone been loading. Go download just oh God, Jesus. I don't understand. But anyway, Jay Holiday, Joseph Do, happy birthday to you today. Okay, it's already 12 o'clock. Today is a birthday, my little guy. I hope you celebrate greatly. And yeah, we celebrate with you. Enjoy your birthday. More years to come. Yeah. So far, from our end, we wish you all of the best. Everyone, the family, the brothers, friends, Decote, Caroline, and everybody else. We'll be wishing you happy birthday, happy prosperous birthday. Have fun. I know Stanton is trying to put the picture up. At least
I will. No, just you want me to ask, I'll put it up. Mr. Ronnie, I think he wanted to lay out the show for tomorrow. Then I want to say to you, to tell you the truth, these are some serious time. We can come here. Listen, when you see you laughing on the show, we are distressing. To tell you the truth.
Right.
We are distressing. It's not all super, it's not all fine. So don't take our laughing because we feel laughing. We have the country to our heart. It's just to a bad place right now. And I know my Unity Party friend running. See, I do. Most of them are concerned. Most of them they are confused. Most of them are saying, "What happened? And what next? Have we given up?" And the hyena have taken over Joseph Yima Bouaka. And these are the things we'll talk about. We'll put some of these people picture up. Everybody's fighting for this. I don't want to go there. So Ronnie, just take it away. I really want to say some things here that Unity Party may not like. That's the reason why some of them will come and insult. There was a meeting held. I want to say this. I don't know if I'm allowed to say Ronnie. There was a meeting held last week, but some folks should come and debunk Spoon Talk and run and see it. Hey, give it a try. Give it a try. Let the government spend money to let the bank spend. It's okay. Just give it a try. Try to spend money and bring people to sit trash and do what you think best. It's okay. The Liberian people are going to listen. The Liberian people are going to speak. Every one of us fix it now. We should come together and fix it. It's not nobody your enemy. But hey, do what you think best and be an example. But I just want to say to all of you, if you cannot come together and fix it, we'll lose it. Fix it or lose it. We know what we're saying. Fix it or lose it. And we are not enemies. I speak to everybody in the government. And I say the same thing to them. Fix it or lose it. And we about to lose it. And if I cannot support Joseph Yima Bouaka, I will say this on the show today. 2029, if I feel that there's no hope, maybe we'll just sit back and watch the show. People will just sit back and watch the show. it doesn't look good. It's not looking good. It's just not looking good. When will we fix this thing? When? And allow me, Ronnie, to just end on these 5 pillars. And as people are adding it up. 1, the border issue. The Guineans are still at our border. When are we going to fix it? 2, the $10 million plus project that the Liberian people are still speaking to. 3, making the folks homeless. Most recently in Battery Factory. 4, making the folks jobless. Where there is no job and no money in the country is hard. And now we're talking about cocaine. Those 5 pillars are very important. We should look in the eyes of President Joseph Yeman Boakai to speak hope again, to regroup and rejuvenate and bring back the issues when we were talking about rescue. But every day we are fighting each other. When the nation, when the people fight among themselves, where there is division, the people will not stand, the country will not stand, the government will not stand. So when are we going to change this? And listen, I don't listen to people that come and say, get the government change, we will face it. Every day will be new challenges. Is President Boakai in charge? Is Jeremiah Cohen in charge? What are they saying? That's my closing for today. Rodney, thank you. I know you will say something quickly. I say, this is a young man, right? Send a shout out to him, then let Rodney take us home.
Yeah, sure. Happy birthday, Joseph Doe. Celebrating Grand Star, my little guy. Have fun and do what you do best. So, friend, everyone standing, happy birthday to you. And we wish you great times, and, long years, more health, more money. And you have fun. Happy birthday, Joseph Doe.
Yeah, happy birthday to Joe. Go ahead, Rodney. Can you unmute?
Yeah, we got a lot of stuff we're working on, and it's a lot of pressure. I came to see my family, people in my sister and my cousins in Minnesota. I can't even go out to do anything. I have to be on the show. So tomorrow I won't be on the whole time. I have to go out to do something with them. So I just want to tell people to be careful. We have to fight this thing together as a country. Nobody's against anybody. Nobody against the government. Nobody against the President Boakai. We all mean well for this country. There are people around the president who once felt the same way that all of us on the panel felt before about Liberia. But there's a story about this chief who sent his son to see where the noise was coming from in another village. And he sent 3 sons. They all stayed there. They never came back. Apparently, when people get into government, they forget where they came from. There's people, I'm not calling name on this one, but there's people who, before they got appointed, they were harassing me every day to write about their stories so they can appoint them. When they finally got the job, I was the first target. They always attacking me on social media. The work we're doing is not for one government. It's for every Liberian. From Ellen, Salif, Weah, to this government, we've been targets. And we're not going to back down from anybody. Good night.
Yep. Good night to all of you. Thank you very much, Rodney. We'll compare note later. Have a good night. Have a good night, Dr. Richardson. And then you can't wait for your political leader, Fubi, the coin, the man, the Chief Harris. It's good to see you, my brother. Good night from my end. As always, thank you for joining us. I want to say thanks to all of you, hundreds of thousands of you. You come over all the time and you sit with us. We discuss issue of national concern. We really do appreciate you, though. Seriously, we do. Because of you, we hear every day we hear. And listen, this is the good time. This is a good time, but we're gonna have a better time. I don't know. We're still waiting. Look for tomorrow. We'll find a way to show you those documents, share with you on our pages, so you don't have access to them. Everything this government would do, everything the government continue to do, we share those information with you on this drugs issue. We know what it is, how it is. But thank you for being with, taking part in this exercise. This too can make Liberia better. Babi Zidan White, thank you. Maurice Alex Gaga, we say thank you to you. Taz Iman, thank you very much. Christopher, good night. Thank you to you. Abi Diallo, thank you. I want to say Samuel Horwood. It's good to see you, Samuel. Jerry Bestman, thank you. Say again, sorry, I can't pronounce your name. It's kind of confusing. Celia Selu, Rusty Zane, somebody named Rusty Zane. Are you kidding me? But thank you, what are your name? Jeffrey Kuman, thank you very much. Evangelist Michelle M. Gamade from Grand Bassa, thank you, Evangelist. Clinton George, it's a bad boy tomorrow. Bye, Clinton. Gibson Blewin. Are you related to Mark Blewin? Thank you, Gideon Blewin. Amelia Atia, thank you very much. Ezekiel Johnson, thank you. Good night to Ezekiel. Thomas Crow from Minnesota, I believe. Thank you, Thomas. The name is Shiba Oslo Murphy. Thank you. Nimland. Nafuede. Sir Johnson is here. Genevieve Pratt Brown. Genevieve, thank you very much for joining us today. Say the guy. Say, what's up? Eric Kofa, it's good to see you on Maintenance Son. One man Musun Son Air. C, the name is C Manju K. It's good to see Grace Abba Abana. Shuponta, Veto with pattern. Veto is here. The name is Hanan Hemeling Wright. Hannah is good show too, Hannah. Emmanuel Slibble. On who's here calling me? Your name and where you joining us from?
My name is Princess Sawyer. I'm joining from Philadelphia.
Princess, talk to me. Princess, you laugh on the show though. Talk to me.
Okay, Mr. School, my name is Princess. My son, Thompson Sawyer, was killed in Minnesota. Ronald Sawyer was killed in Minnesota on Friday, July 24th. They called me in the evening and said, my son died in a pool. My son can't swim. How can my son go in a pool and he can't swim? They found a body in a pool. Then somewhere in Minnesota, they say Greenland in Hopkins, Minnesota. I need justice for my son. Right now, my husband is in Minnesota. The police, they are not giving him any, they gave him different answers. The community people that are in the apartment gave him different answers. So,
have you reached out to the folks in Minnesota, Winfred Russell and the other people that they can help you? Can I? All right. Let me end this show. Let me end this show. I call Mr. Russell and let's see whether he and his team can help you. Okay. Again, my sympathy to you, to your husband. Let me end the show right now, guys. I have to get off and help this lady real quick. So you have a good night on the show.